Hello, welcome to Therapeutic World, and today I'm going to be interviewing one of my ex-Level 2 students on his experience of Level 2 counselling. So Kevin, thanks for being here today. Can you share with the viewers how you found Level 2 counselling skills?
Level 2 counselling skills, the growth that it provides is incredible. I didn't realise when I came onto the course how much it was about your own personal growth.
Right.
And at the end of the course, I mean, you can't imagine how much you've kind of learnt about yourself and learnt about how you relate to other people.
So pretty much about that self-awareness.
Yeah, self-awareness, absolutely. And I kind of came onto the course on hope that I'm kind of one day going to be a counsellor, you know, and complete the training, which I'm going to do.
Yes.
But you know, I'm now advising friends who don't want to become counsellors at all that go onto the Level 2 course, because you know you'll just become so much more aware of how you think and how you act.
So just doing Level 2 for the sake of doing it, and we know that it helps with your communication skills, how you communicate with friends, family.
And if you're a manager, you know, learning how to understand how you relate to people. I think, you know, my managers at work, I think, kind of go on this course, because you'll understand how human beings kind of how to relate to them in a much more organic way.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And any recruits? Yeah, well, some people might be coming through. So so,
brilliant.
Yeah.
Excellent. And what about the workload? Because I suppose a lot of people come on to courses and they think, oh my goodness, is it going to be work? Lots of work. I've been out of education for 10 years.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Is it going to be above me?
Yeah, I mean,
and so on. So
you have to find you know an hour or so or 2 hours a week, maybe at the beginning, and some essays and some other work. But it's all enjoyable, you know, and it's all kind of like stuff that excites you. There's weekly learning reviews, which are, you know, kind of little diaries that you write, and you kind of at the same time kind of learning about counselling theories and the counselling framework. So you're doing a little bit of research, but you're writing about yourself quite a lot.
So that's the homework, isn't it?
That's
doing a learning review. Yeah. That's the homework. It's reflective. And you become more self-aware. I suppose that's what's probably helped you to become more self-aware. That, you know. Yeah. And reflecting on what's covered in the day as well.
We reflected on, you know, at one stage for some of the marks you need to get, you reflect on difference and diversity. And for me, it was really interesting to understand my own difference and diversity, because you know, I am a part of a minority, and even though I don't see myself as such, and it's interesting to reflect on that and how you know, actually kind of I see myself as the outsider, but part of mainstream society. So you get to uncover that and unpick that, along with the students who are also kind of a diverse mix of people. So you're really kind of working on and looking at yourself in that in that frame,
and seeing yourself in relation to others, and how we are also different.
We're also different,
and we have similarities,
but we can find our commonality as well, and our common humanity. So it's really, you know, interesting. You know, I was working with people of ethnic minorities, and, you know, kind of looking at our differences, but knowing that actually deep down we kind of you find a way to relate to people through your difference and understanding your difference, which is really interesting. Yeah.
So also looking at how you see yourself and how people see you as well. I think that's the big thing, because no one ever really tells you outside, do they, when you're in the world outside?
So you stop being automatic, your relating stops being automatic, and you start looking at it. Why do I relate like that? Why do I do that? Why do I think that about somebody? And you look at all your prejudices, and, you know, I kind of think, I'm not a prejudiced person. But you realise, oh, my prejudices lie somewhere else. And so kind of then you can look at that and deal with that, and you're relating.
So it's the stopping and the thinking, and it's quite interesting, because we do look at issues, fears and prejudices, don't we? And people say, no, I haven't got any prejudices. But as we do the work, which is around self-awareness, we think, actually, and then throughout the week when you're on the bus, and you know those silent thoughts that go through your mind.
Why am I judging that person? Why did I think that? You know, and you say, oh no, I am slightly prejudiced in different ways. You know, so it's very interesting, and we looked at boundaries as well, and, you know, the boundaries that you use in counselling, you can use in your own life. So, you know, kind of when you're with friends and they're asking too much of you, there have been people on the course who suddenly realise that they're unbounded and that they give too much. So they've been kind of like, you can see them grow, and you see everybody else growing on the course along with you, which is a fascinating thing. And you see that they're looking at their boundaries and how their family take too much from them, expect too much, and all of a sudden they're changing as a person and becoming, I said no to that. And you can see the strength growing in
that
them.
delight.
That delight, and they would say, no, this is my space now. and you know, that is wonderful to see when you see people growing, and it gives you inspiration to grow yourself and look at your own process.
Yes, also strengthening your boundaries as well. Saying stop, no, that's enough.
Absolutely.
And feeling empowered, being able to do so.
Absolutely, you find a kind of a centre in yourself, a strength in yourself to kind of say no to things.
Yes. And, you know, talking about communication, one of the things that we do is skills practice. And where one person's a helper, helpee and observer, where we sit round together and we practice our communication skills. So one person will bring an issue. It might be, actually, I'm not getting on well with my boss.
Yes, that's right.
And then there'll be someone, the observer, taking notes.
So the triad's a very powerful place to be, actually. And what you know, one of the basic skills you learn in counselling is to listen. You're not there to give advice.
Yes.
You're there to be open and to listen to the person. And gosh, that's a skill that nobody has in modern life, really. You know, everybody wants to get in there and suggest a solution.
Yes.
We're learning to sit back and really, really listen to the person.
Yes.
Really understand their story. Really empathise with them, because that is powerful in its own sense. You don't need to have a solution. The person has to find their own solution, and you're there just holding that space for them to find out what they want.
And people can find that quite difficult, but it can be quite frustrating.
Absolutely.
I don't know about you, Kevin, if you're sitting with a friend and you're telling the story and they keep interrupting.
Absolutely.
And they want to give a solution, and you just want to be heard.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There might be no solution. So, you know, it's just to be heard actually helps in itself.
Or being told what to do, because we've all got to find our own way.
Absolutely.
What might be right for me might not be right for another person.
Yeah. So it's a great experience, and the growth you get out of it is miraculous.
Yes, and just the listening, because I think that a lot of the times we feel that we're listening, and people, I've said this before, that people come on the calls and say, oh, I'm a good listener, that's why my friend said I should go on a counselling course. And I always think to myself, just wait until a few weeks, and you know, you'll see that you probably were not that much of a good listener.
And you know, for me, so you know, the using silence is an aspect of the counselling relationship, and being able to sit in silence.
Yes.
When nobody says anything, you know, and giving the helpee the space to just be and to think and to find out what's coming up in them. That silence is very powerful.
It's
but
a beautiful
it's something
thing,
that we just don't do in our society. You know, having that space of silence means that something's going wrong.
Yes.
But actually, that's very powerful, because sometimes it's going right in that space.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've come to the end now. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Come on the course. It's great for your own growth. I'm absolutely over the moon with it, and you know, it's been a fantastic journey. Yes. And it really is a journey.
It is, and congratulations, because you've just finished level 3 today, so I'll be looking forward to seeing you on the level 4.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, viewers, for watching Therapeutic World, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. And if you do like this video, please give us a like, and remember to press the subscribe button so that we can keep you updated.